Welcome to the George FTTV YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss how we went for round 7, so should be good. And yeah, 2-4-6-9 this week. I felt that was a good score this week, and then I saw the red arrow. I'm like, okay, well, what went wrong? But yeah, look, I'm not too upset with the score. Yeah, we went down, but we've got Nick and we've got Andy who are out of control. Sherry's probably 1 or 2 weeks off getting out of control in terms of price. But we can't get Butters, and he's very low owned. But if you went Butters, you'd be very happy. Even at that price, he's averaging 160 or something, 140 or something. Bont's gone, and GAWN's out of control. He's got West Coast this week. So GAWN's killing us. It's the captaincy of GAWN. Well, we went Nick Dacos captain this week, and I think he had 4 shots on goal in the first quarter and a bit, and yeah, missed 3 of them. So he just needed to sink a few of those, but yeah, brought in Nick Dacos, so I can't complain, but did mean we took the captaincy off Brayshaw again for the second week in a row. So that kind of annoying, but yeah, no Max GAWN is killing us. There's nothing we can really do about it. Like, I have Sherry TDK, so I can't really get GAWN, and I'm kind of happy that other people are sort of locked out at a Sherry, unless you, I don't know, move Flynn to flex or something or whatnot, or maybe you don't have TDK, or I don't know, but yeah, it's almost, in this setup, it's almost impossible for me to get GAWN, basically. And yeah, if other people with GAWN instead of Sherry, it's almost impossible to get Sherry, and he's going up in price, but there's just a lot of plays that we want in our team, and it's interesting that apart from GAWN, it's like, and I guess Bont too, like, age upside can be a thing. Like, you look at Butters and Brayshaw, both 24, 25, I think, so yeah, maybe looks like, certainly Brayshaw, but yeah, even Butters looks like he's going to do even better. And when you play Port, like, Butters got tagged a fair bit last year. Now you have to think, do I tag Rosie at halfback? Do I tag Juan Francis? Do I tag Butters? People just seem to let Butters do whatever he wants. So seems to be going to Rosie at the moment. But yeah, Power Pepper's hurting pretty badly. So we dropped him for Elijah Hewitt, like, on the last day to free up money, so we could get Finlayson to Bailey Smith, and then Smith was out. So it was a bit of a shambles round 1, but don't tell me he's got negative. Yeah, 17 break even. He's done 3 weeks in a row, I think. 98. Lucky he missed a goal from 7 meters out, a set shot, ran it, hit it in the man of the mark. So honestly, if Power Pepper just cut out just extremely bad clangers out of his game, this would be like 110, 110, 110 basically. So he's costing 10 points a game just by doing boneheaded stuff, maybe even more. But otherwise, yeah, he's been a good pick. So yeah, GAWN, Power Pepper, Sinclair, Zorko, Whitfield slowed down a little bit. I guess Whitfield a little bit lucky if you don't own. He was off, injured for a week, had to get his ankle strapped, but yeah, something like that. So off injured for a bit, but yeah. Yeah, Butters out of control, Bont out of control, GAWN out of control in terms of price. They're sort of gone, and I guess that's why I wanted Dacos, like another one, 640 with 80 break even, like, GAWN. Like, how am I supposed to get this? So yeah, Andy, good to see how well Andy's playing. I guess it goes to show post-buy can just replicate at times. So we know he did 117 post-buy, and he's doing even better than that. So I was sort of expecting 115 plus from Andy based on post-buy. And look at Whitfield. It was like 120 plus post-buy, and he's doing the same thing. So I guess with Whitfield, I'm probably overthinking it, but I've held off on Whitfield because he has 2 small grounds coming up. Whether that proves to be true or not, we'll see. Yeah, you look at this, the record's not great against these clubs, but we'll see, I guess. Yeah, I definitely need Whitfield here. Roberts we probably keep. Funny thing, I nearly traded him 2 weeks ago. That would have been catastrophic. But sometimes if you trade premiums, if you get someone in that goes really, really well, it's okay. But still, you never want to trade players that have gone. I think he's gone 110, 117 or something like that. But yeah, I think captains are a bit of a, like, where did we lose points this week to go down? It's definitely captains. Captain Nick lost 50 points odd on GAWN, or 40, 30 something on Brayshaw and Sherry. And then, yeah, Dawson, like, I'm firmly in the Knicks out camp. Just based on a lot of, like, played McHenry for years, played Murphy for years. Like, Dawson full forward, quarter four. You captain, full forward, needs a bit of confidence. You just, what does he score? You probably would have seen it on Twitter if you're on there. But yeah, donuts across every stat line in Q4 for Dawson. So why we did that, like, does my head in, man. And my logic for picking Dawson was he's my favourite player because he's captain of the club I supported since I was 5 years old. So I want to enjoy Crows games, want to cheer on Dawson do well. Maybe Crows a bit better this year, but like this is I make excuses for Dawson's poor scores all the time, but there's no real excuse for this one. I guess maybe a horrific DT ratio again, and like last week I think, or 2 weeks ago against Geelong, I think it was 0 goals 3 or something. So he can have these down games, but it's not the worst problem to have. I think he can bounce back for sure, but yeah. I don't think he's not a true inside mid. Like, he can play there and play there well enough, but not high clearance, not high contested ball. His strengths are around the ground, marking, kicking, maybe not at the moment, but over the past year or two. But I would make changes to Crows lineup, especially halfback and midfield. Like, probably think we should put Peatling in there more. Miller is getting 12 touches off halfback. I think Hinch had 10. Like, you don't see this from other halfback flankers on other teams. Like, when do you see Jordan Clark do this? When do you see Whitfield do this? Like, the Swans halfbacks, even the North halfbacks. Like, this doesn't happen at other clubs. I think they got to do something, change the halfback line and maybe make some minor changes to the midfield and wings. So I'd like to see Dawson behind the ball. Like, no full forward for a full quarter. Like, come on. We've tried this. It doesn't work. Maybe like a Sicily, like late in the game, like game on the line, get him to take a big grab because he's good overhead. Like, maybe last 5 minutes. That's it. That's the only time I'd put him in the forward line and trust the mids to get it forward. So, because Dawson's like not massive clearance play anyway. So, yeah. You can't, I don't know, man. Confusing as hell. But anyway, move on to SuperCoach. Like, backline's good. Like, pretty happy with it. Sheezel is fine. Like, yeah, we paid it too much, but that's fine. It does make you think, like, finding the balance between paying fair or slightly overs for keepers that are going to be top of the line versus paying a little bit unders, knowing that they're probably not going to be keepers, but they'll make a little bit of money in the meantime, but they're going to cost a trade. So where's the balance here? Like a Jaden Short Perryman, like, what was the point? I guess Roberts came good, but we knew that it was a reasonable chance when you looked at the numbers last year when he came back from being sub and he was used a bit through the wing in the middle of the year. Once he went back to full-time half-back, I think he did 105 plus or something, apart from the final series, but yeah, finding the balance. Like, Jaden Short was such a dumb pick in hindsight. But yeah, last week, well, go over trades last week. Unfortunately, got rid of Max Hull. Brought in Nick Dacos and got rid of Short and Henderson. Yeah, brought in Flynn. And who else would you bring in? And Carroll. Carroll was okay, but yeah. Dacos, Flynn, and Carroll in. So they're pretty much like, yeah, last week it was pretty hard to do poor upgrades when Petrarca, and if you didn't have Petrarca or Dacos, they were probably the main two that you'd go for. Maybe you went as Zach Butters, would have been nice. But yeah, Jordan Clark, I like I've been saying this every week, like mid to low 500s. This is a good buy. I think he's top 6 too, if not thereabouts. And a good buy as well. Probably not for me because I've got both Freo boys, but he's currently D6 and like Nas will be fine. Like, I think I want Nas at some point, but they're changing his role a bit. Ash is just I don't know. Maybe this is real. I don't know if it is or not. Zorko, like he'll be right, but again, he's like 36. You don't have that in the back of your mind. Like I think he'll be fine though. And then Shees was there. Roberts is around the mark. Holmes is discussing this on Discord today, but Holmes is sort of in the same bucket as Dawson, where he's not a natural inside mid, so he can have games like this when the midfield gets beaten. Holmes will be fine. He's an upgrade target still. Is he top 6? I think he's like on the precipice, so we'll see. Not going to jump off after 1 week, but scoring was worse in the midfield last year. He's more of an outside player, so yeah. Look, defense is fine. Like Bice made so much money, insane. Like he's going to get 400 plus, and he's almost a premium, really. Like this is like budget premium numbers. So yeah, easily going to be rookie of the year, I think. I guess we sort of had to field Pryor or Carroll. Didn't really matter in the end. So that, I think Hewitt was my lowest, so that dropped off. Sandy Brock, just can use him as a loop most weeks. But yeah, now they've thrown Oscar Allen back, so I guess they dropped Harry Edwards. So yeah, I don't know if that stays with Oscar Allen, but yeah, this is probably a dead pick. I think the hope is maybe he can come back in the buys or something by some miracle if they move Oscar forward. And then he can fluke some scores and maybe get some money so we can get like a cheap premium, like when the team's done or something. So Reed can probably stay. So Pryor's got the lower break even here. Either way, I need to get rid of both of them over the next 2. Definitely, like Max Hall I traded him 250k. He made 20k. He's going to make another 30 this week probably, but someone has to go. It's definitely Davidson and then one of the Essendon boys, I think. I guess North don't have Paul Curtis, so it should be pretty easy matchup for Pryor, you'd think, whoever he plays on. But whoever I keep, I'll probably get it wrong. And then Carroll. So you did some nice things. Had a little bit of a few rough turnovers early. But worked into the game. And I like him. I think he's going to be good. So I think I'd grab him if you missed him. There's really nothing else this week. So we'll try and figure out something. Midfield, very pleased with Andy and Nick in the team. Andy's been a great starting pick. Really low owned early, but I think he's 70% top 1% now. So I guess a lot of the people that did well, the reason they're doing well is because of him. Strong, very frustrating own. Oh, Christ, please don't get Winhagen this week. Rosie's good. Pretty sure he's top 6 defender. So I'd happily grab him. So Chera has been pretty cruisy owned so far, but he did grab the groin, went off, got a bit of treatment, came back on. We're sort of testing it after the game, just sort of like walking around, just like sort of moving his leg, like lifting it up into the side and stuff, so sort of testing it a little bit. But if he came back on, he must be okay. So I do feel we'll get out probably on his bye, all going well, just because I'm just worried about this is going to blow up. Most likely, given his history, a bit like Elliot Yeo, but I guess he does have age on his side. So, Chera's been a fine pick. Made 60k or 70k or whatever. Yeah, Dawson, spoke about Dawson before. I mean, it's not the worst upgrade target. I don't think the mids are good, but there's like a blanket you can throw over a lot of them. Clary, just keep him to the buys. Not a premium, not a uber premium or anything, but just doing enough to like not trade, but not do anything with him. Lost 13 points on rookie roulette, so I don't know why I didn't put the E on Lindsay. I thought I'd just E Davidson, and yeah, it was the wrong call. So holding Davidson was the wrong call over Hall, lost 15k, so very annoying. But it's all good. Gross hopefully comes back. So, I don't know. Mini is gone full Luke Beveridge with his ins and outs. So, Harry Edwards been dropped twice. Harley Reid's been in the midfield, then down back, then back in the midfield. They threw Hoff in the midfield. Hall's been dropped twice. Like, Graham's been mid and then forward, then mid and forward. Baker's been back and then forward and then midfield. Like, it is I don't know. He's just flicking magnets. Like he's like, I'm coach now. This is kind of fun. Just flicking him non-stop. So I can't figure out what they're doing there. Like Hewitt sub, Hewitt midfield, Hewitt forward. Like it's messy, but I didn't love the Hewitt field against Hawthorn away, but I figured not taking the 51 on Davidson. But yeah, a lot of contested handballs, set up a few goals. Nearly got on the end of a goal as well, but I think I prefer him bench. But yeah, he'll be good. He'll make some good coin for us. 60 and a 90 in this system is all good. And yeah, Lindsay's doing good. Took a lot of marks against Richmond. So his ratio was pretty bad, like backwards kicks and uncontested marks and stuff. But I think you feel good about fielding Lindsay, so I'm glad we held him. I mentioned earlier in the year, you got to be careful who you trade out. Even like a max hold for 250k, like I've just thrown away 50k because he's going to make more money. But like never, I guess, capable rook, but I think he's battling a foot issue plus like Chris Scott. So I wanted to hold, but ended up getting rid of him. Sardis as well. Like if he comes back in, I'll probably grab him. But I guess getting rid of him sort of worked out. But holding Lindsay's now looking good. Holding Connor Stone even, who had good VFL numbers, and for whatever reason it wasn't translating. Now they've moved Himmelberg up the ground. I don't know if that sticks or not, but that's probably good for Stone. I'll probably have to field him as well next week just because of structure, but we'll see. Yeah, hopefully Gross comes back. So yeah, again, Mini's just like spinning magnets like no tomorrow. Look, Ruck's fine. Sherry to Koning. As long as Sherry goes in line with GAWN, we'll be okay. This week we're going to get destroyed. I guess Sherry 5-day break. I'll probably still VC just because Andy, Sherry, and Nick. I think we just stick to these three and we just rotate the three of them as captains, whoever's got the nicest matchup or whatever, like the timing of the fixture for us. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that's a bit better. Rankin's good. Baz is good. I guess McRae and Daniel is sort of a slight watch. I think McRae should be fine. Definitely not quite the form he was in the first few rounds. This was a tag here, and this had tough ratio. Got a bit off to a slow start before game was over. So, yeah, I think he'll be fine. It's just just because of what we've seen over the past few years, you just wonder how things go. Also, they got Philippou coming back in, you'd think, and he should be straight back in the midfield. I know they can play him off half forward and straight into the midfield, but McRae's still going to hog a lot of CBAs, so that doesn't leave a lot of room for others. So you think Philippou is in there, and maybe Philippou's like 50% or something, but I don't know. Do they lower McRae? Do they lower Steele? I'm not too sure. So I think it's a bit of a watch what happens when Philippou comes back, but I'll definitely be targeting him because I had him F1 on my ranks at the start of the year. It probably looks a little bit silly now with how well Bailey Smith's doing. Horn Francis, 70% CBA mid. Rankin's gone really well. So and we've got Petrarca forward too. So probably F1 was a little bit overestimated what he could do, but I thought he could do like 100 to 105. So we'll see. Daniel's a watch too, I think. Every time I hear, especially David King on SEN, like he's definitely frustrated with Daniel and Fisher as well, who's out the team. Like they were saying, like, can you only play one? He's like, can you play both? Because they just leak too many goals. So we'll see. It's not an issue unless there's a role change, I think. So we'll let that one go. In terms of cross that bridge, if it even does become an issue. Marriage is doing fine. This is a nice run. Melbourne, Richmond, Saints. I couldn't really, without checking the DFS thing, I'm not sure there's better matchups than this or thereabouts. So they're definitely going to hold for 3, I think. Levi's time's probably coming, but he's been a great rook, and I think the run's not bad either. North, I think we're going to get rid of him next week, so we'll miss the North. I guess Melbourne playing alright. NIN, I think that must be Northern Territory. either way, Levi's done his job. Whoever we replace him with should be a good premium, fingers crossed. And then Flynn, hand was forced here, made 80k off the bat. Like, when we're in a rookie drought at the moment, we've had a lot of good ones. It's just right now they're not coming. And when they're there, you got to take him, which is why I doubled down. I got Gross, got Cleary. So, yeah. Cleary, I guess this is probably what I expected when I fielded him last week. But, yeah, just fielded him for the blip. It happens. Players that are inexperienced, they have bad games. Like, it happens. So, low floors. So, yeah. Looked good. I think it is fieldable, but yeah, I think he should be able to do 70 plus. Played well, so should stay in the team. And yeah, Stone, nice hold, I guess. Keep holding him for a while and just a slow burn. Now that he's kickstarted his cash, so I wouldn't have blamed you if you traded it. But yeah, VFL numbers are there from last year, so I was a bit surprised with how poorly he was scoring. So, but yeah, anyway, that's the team. Like, it's all right. Like, there's no real. I guess we probably should have one more rookie off the field because we traded short. But yeah, like, as much, I don't like rookies off the field are important, but at the same time, there's a lot of underperforming premiums, and there's a lot of, dare I say, overperforming or like premiums that are just gone absolutely nuts. And the gap between like a Dale and like a good defender, or a Short, or like a Dawson, and like one of these big dog mids, like there seems to be a bit of a gap. So like if you have Stewart down back, Stewart's been the worst pick of the year, and yeah, like there's nothing worse than you have a player and they play through injury. So clearly he's hampered. That knee is still bothering him. I'm not sure what they do with him, but he's one to worry about next year. So you can't go there because it's a falling knife at the moment, and with injuries, you need to wait for the turn at times, but something's wrong with him, and he's not top 6. Whereas when I was holding Sherry through injury, you knew that he was going to be top 2 or 3 top 2 or 3 rucks. So just needed to wait for it. But yeah, he's had this for ages now. I would sell, but every time I sell premium, they have career games. So I don't know. All right. There's no rookies. I've had a look. Break evens. So Oscar McDonald, I think, goes straight out for either Voss or Jackson. I think that's what happens. I don't know how he scored 85. Sandy Brock is probably not going to play because Oscar Allen's down back now, and he's kind of fighting Harry Edwards for like a call up if that ever happens. Raz was not best 22. Flynn, we probably all went this week. Most people did. It was a hard one because people that had the TDK GAWN, Sherry, set up like, oh god, if you sold one of them, you'd be filthy. But if there was one to sell, it would have been TDK. Like, your hand was kind of forced, but it's a tough one. Now, Tunstall obviously sub this week. Lohman, I don't know what the diagnosis is, but Lohman got subbed off with a sternum or shoulder issue. Fagan in the post game, I read that he said, I didn't watch it, but I read that he said it thinks it's a stinger, which means he probably plays. So if something happens to Lohman, if they say like 3 or 4 weeks, which if it's a stinger, it's obviously not going to be that, I might go there because I looked at the injury list. There's not much on that list, and maybe he can escape the sub or starting sub at least for the first few weeks. But that's a Thursday teams, Tuesday injury list issue, so I can't really go there as it stands. Matt Carroll, I'd probably go there. Chol, what the hell is this? How's he gone? I've actually been pretty impressed with his last 2 games because he's been real physical in the air, which I guess is a criticism of him. So no, he's been playing well, Chol. But no, I can't go there. I think he's got West Coast North. No, he just played West Coast. I think he's got 2 easy teams. Oh, Melbourne actually starting to come good, but he got Richmond. Cochrane is injured. Huswaite, Was he not straight out when Nash is back in 3 weeks? Get one price rise, you'd think, if he keeps playing. I don't know, man. Like, does he kick Ward out of the team? I don't think it's McKenzie. And can he play elsewhere? Like, didn't even get that many CBAs. So yeah, McKenzie ahead of him. I mean, is he not straight out for Nash when he's back? So, I don't know. It feels like a gamble. I mean, what if they get another mid injury? I'm probably gonna skip. Not sure. I don't know. Let me know what you're thinking. Just yeah, pretty simple. Is he not out after one price rise? Francis 200k. Silas, if he's back, it's him. We'll just go straight there and hope that he holds. Dylan Shield's sort of struggling, and I guess Setterfield's been okay. Probably was a bit down on Anzac Day game, but should they not be pumping games into Sardis while Caldwell's out? I think Caldwell's 1 to 2 as well, something like that. That's a bit of a problem. 2. Oh my god, there's nothing. They seem to like Shield though. So the one I've been looking at, and I said in Discord, they said just why would you bother with this guy? But as I've gone through, there really is nothing. And we also need somebody for next week as well, which will probably be Hustwaite or Bustlinger, depending on how things go. So I was looking at Will White. So Zach Williams injured now. I think his job security is good. So, I mean, he was 99k. He does have a 70 in his system for one more week. But yeah, we missed the West Coast North matchups. Crows away. I mean, away you never, I don't know, 2 away games. These Victorian teams tend to never leave Victoria, but when you need them, they're playing away for a bit. So I don't love the matchups, like tough matchups. You want easy kills for small forwards, so they can get on the end of a few. I guess Tom Lynch is there. He's actually making money now. He's got West Coast to the North coming up. He looks good. Played really well. 230 is just a little bit too steep for me. Even 180 is quite steep. It's interesting. I watched Bustlinger play. My assessment on him seems to be quite different to what I was reading. I was reading dog supporters. They said they were really happy. He should stay in the team. I thought he just lacked a bit of size. So he was losing 1v1s quite easily and giving away frees in the contest just because sort of lacked the physicality. So I don't know what they're thinking. Like, they dropped Jones. I don't know where he's at with them. There's a few other key defenders on the list they could run. So I'm not comfortable going early, especially when I have Sandy Brock there and Carroll sitting there on the bench too. So it's not really one I can really go early on. I'm not comfortable going early on Bustlinger or Hustwaite. I'd like to wait a week. If Hustwaite goes really well, maybe he can make a quick 70, 80k. Maybe you take that and hope he somehow holds by some miracle. And then Bus, I guess, sort of got Jones right there waiting to take his spot. So we'll see. In terms of upgrade targets, defenders, it's probably just Sinclair for me. I probably won't go Holmes. We'll look at Sinclair in the next 2 or 3 weeks. In terms of forwards, like, not break even, go Price. Not break even. I don't know how to reset this. So forwards, who do we need? We got McRae, we got Rankin. We need Horn Francis, but post-bye. This has been a terrible anti-pod. Kind of lucky as well. He's like, a few little dummy spits and missed goals over the past few weeks have sort of kept him from really hurting us really bad, but still he's gone quite well. I guess the North matchup was the worry. Like, probably was thinking North on form, Port on form. Could have been a pretty big win, but North showed some good fight. I mean, Matt Kennedy's been fine, but I guess we want Krista Petrarca for sure. More in the midfield now, less forward time like last year and early this year. Curtis has been pretty good, but he's suspended. Tracy probably, I think he does 90 plus. And you got Chad Warner's sort of interesting too. He's averaging 91 and he's been subbed as well. Giants this week. Giants midfield not going that good at the moment. I wasn't that keen on Warner, to be honest, but I don't really have slots for him. Oh, he's way back up in the midfield. It was lower last year. What the fuck are these ads I'm getting? 64. I guess Mills is back. I mean, you could do worse than Chad. Like, no reason why he shouldn't repeat 100 if his CBA is going to be in the 70s. Or high 60s, low 70s. So, no, I guess it's okay. Like, again, I don't really have slots for it. In terms of midfielders, I think... So, Dunkley played wing, apparently. Like, a lot. 50% CBA. What is that? Is that going to continue? They like McLuggage in there. We're winning there a bit. Geez, Neil 94. So I like Neil, even at his age. Just yeah, Neil's alright. I guess Zorko's pretty cheap. Like, I think 500 is pretty good price for him. Probably got underscored pretty badly on the weekend. I like Merritt. Merritt's potentially a James Jordan in 2 weeks and has a 150 break even this week. So if he can get to sub 550, I'll be going there for sure. I like Merritt. I like Neil. Dunkley, I want to see. I'm not too sure if this wing stuff continues. I don't think it will, but just a bit of a watch. I like Sinclair down back. I guess the obvious one is Christian Petrarca. So this is what I'm thinking this week. Davidson sort of gone. Grab Krista. Yeah, 70 break even. So might as well get it. Like, should have gone this week. Now we need to find 55k. So does that get us Warner? No. Damn, that might have not been the worst play. But we still need Horn Francis. Just because I think Chera blows up at some point, like, yeah, we'll see how he goes if he's all good on the track this week. What was Warner? Yeah, just short. It's all good. Well, Reed or Pryor? 88, 104, 38, 90. Did have to rock a bit in that game. 2 scores over 70 for Pryor. Whereas Reed has... Where is it? 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I feel a bit more comfortable fielding Reed, to be honest. Gets used a bit more. Probably ditch Pryor, but I think he can definitely hold for 1. Ditch Pryor. Well, we need a rookie, so, like, I don't know, man. I've gone Will White. I think maybe in 3 weeks we can like side swap him to Philippou. If Will White can make like 80k, 90k, and get to like 270, I'll be happy. So, yeah, he's averaging 51, but he's had West Coast and North in there. Had a low one early. Yeah, I think the job security, I think it should be there. Maybe Carlton supporters can help me. Now, do I really want to pay 185 for him? Not really. If I had better options, I would go there. If you see a better option, let me know. I thought Bustling is 1v1 stuff left. He's still a kid, so I don't want to criticize the kid, but I just worry. If I'm the coach and I'm seeing that, I'm thinking, well, maybe at this stage of his career, maybe it's good to get him a bit of exposure, but we need someone that can handle Cadman and Hogan a little bit better. But yeah, had some good spoils, but like, yeah, I don't want to criticize or anything, but I'm not comfortable going early from what I saw. Could be wrong. Some people saw it differently, but that's what I saw. Make them trades. 35 minutes. This seems a little bit long. But it's all good. We're just chilling and making trades and stuff. So I think the bench is really healthy, apart from Brock and Gross and Boyd. Like we've got a lot of, like I'm quite comfortable with a lot of the rookies. Like I'm Lindsay and Hewitt not massively owned, like high owned, but not like in every team. Like Clear, I think is 85%. But yeah, I think we can loop Carroll and Reed, or Stone and was West Coast play. Okay, we can't loop Stone, so we can loop. Oh no, we can loop Carroll and Stone. I think Carroll. Yep, cool. So Carroll, probably straight field Reed. And then VC Sherry into Nick or Andy. So we'll go like that. I guess Boyd's the loop. Could use Brock as the loop, but then we want to use Brock as this loop. Sometimes it doesn't work out using captaincy loophole. So I guess we'll just do Sherry VC into Goldstein. How'd Darcy Cameron go? Feel like he went well. Might have lost hit outs though. 125. Yeah, okay, we'll just go Sherry into Andy, I think. Or Nick. See how we wake up on that morning. I guess rookies on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not really going to call Marich a rookie. I guess Bice not really a rookie, but because we paid for that. So next week, it'll be probably Reed and Levi 1 up, 1 down with 50k in the bank. So that should give us, say Reed is, we go down, then we'll have, say 250. Levi, where is he? Say 250 on top of Levi. So roughly we'll have like roughly 600-ish depending on how things go. And that should get us pretty much anyone we want besides a few big dog mids. So it might be good to go cheaper and save a bit of coin so we can make an upgrade the week after that. But yeah, after that, like the money sort of, I guess it's upgrade like a Marich or something. Or maybe we turn Chera into something. Just because we're scared of injury, but maybe we just hold. I don't know. So yeah, that'll be 2 trades, 20 trades left, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 upgrades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 odd upgrades of 20 trades. So that's to get 31 premium. Definitely doable, but probably cutting it a little bit finer than we should have, especially when we need to afford a few big dog mids. So, yeah, and like topping up a Bice, a Chera, Oliver, Marich, Flynn, maybe even Daniel. We'll see. Shouldn't be too hard. So, Yep. We'll leave it at that. Next target, probably Sinclair, Merritt, Neal. I'm thinking maybe Dunkley too. Not sure. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you guys in the next one.